I think it's time to hear from Team Flight, and let's see what it feels like to run away with our heart and souls. Please welcome Jeff Hiller!
Okay. In her 2016 tome, noted critic and thought provocateur Sarah Schulman wrote, "Conflict is not abuse." I wholeheartedly disagree. I believe conflict is explicitly abuse. I'm coming before you tonight as a vulnerable person. I read Brene Brown. I want you to know I hate conflict. Really bad. Like, a lot. Like, maybe too much. My therapist believes that I hate conflict because I want everyone to like me. When she said this, I was like, that is such a good point. You're so right. But I disagree with her. I didn't tell her that because that would be a form of conflict. The truth is that conflict, fighting, is very stressful. And it makes people not like you. Now, you might be asking, why, if you hate conflict so much, would you sign up for a comedy show in which you have to be forced into fighting another team? And I would say, it felt like conflict to say no. So I am here. I will also say my palms are sweating right now because all I can think is, are they gonna hate me after this? And also, are they gonna hate me because I didn't do good enough after this? But mainly, are they gonna hate me after this? Because I need your love. When I was on Twitter, I one time innocuously tweeted, I don't even understand what field hockey is. Is it hockey or something with a field? It was a benign joke. But within 15 minutes, I found myself embroiled in a hostile argument with a trans-exclusionary radical feminist who had somehow roped me in to saying that trans women shouldn't play in sports of any type. I disagreed with this and I tried to say it. And then other people, who I don't think were on either of our sides, were like, yeah, fight! Come on, fight! They were like, come on, boom, boom, oh, my Twitter name was Boom Boom. They were like, come on, boom, boom, say something real mean! I am no longer on Twitter because of that exchange with J.K. Rowling. It's best to flee. One time, I wanted to get out of the rain, and so I went into an optical store on Queens Boulevard in Astoria. Within 10 minutes, the woman who owned the shop, and I remember her name, it was Lola, told me, you have to buy these glasses. Now the glasses were not something I needed. I was wearing glasses, and they worked. But she told me, you have to buy these. Your glasses are ugly. Now these glasses that she wanted me to wear were like wire-rimmed, and they made me look like a suburban dad who had given up on pride of personal appearance. I did not want these glasses. But she said, no, you gotta wear these glasses. Your glasses are ugly. And also, you gotta have transition lenses. Now this was in 2003. As I understand it, a lot of updates in the transition lenses technology have happened. But at the time, They always had sort of a lavender tint on them that made it look like you were a purveyor of pornography that would not be accepted in certain social circles. They always made you look like you should be looking like this. I tried to argue with her. I said, Lola, I don't want these. She said, you need these. I said, I don't need them. She said, come on, get them. And I said, I really don't want these. That is fighting for me. And she said to me, give me your credit card. I spent $1,000 that time. At the time, I was making $29,000 a year as a secretary at the place that does the SATs. She made me spend 1/29th of my annual income in one afternoon for a pair of glasses that made me look pedophilic. I should have run into the streets, even though it was raining, like it was some sort of 80s music video. But I didn't. I tried to fight, and look what happened. Yes. Now, I want to give you some advice. Sometimes you're like, well, sometimes you can't run away. Sometimes you're sitting in the Oscars and you can't run away. But I want to give you a little piece of advice. I was hired, one of my first jobs, you know, I'm an actor, whatever. One of my first jobs was working for a prank show on MTV, that's music television. This was already into the time when music didn't matter. It was called Boiling Points. Now the entire hook of the show was, we're gonna piss you off. That's what the hook was, all right? We had friends set up other friends, and then they would be the mark, and then we as the cast would be like, I'm a bad waiter, and just try and piss them off. And then if they got pissed off, we'd say, you lost. But if they didn't get pissed off, we would say, you won $100. Now, I saw well over 100 people get pissed off. And the people that got angry and exploded, even when I told them that they didn't win the $100 and it was all a prank, they were still so angry. They were vibrating. And the people that just were like, fuck this, and they ran away in anger, which I know sounds like flight, but it wasn't. It was angry flight. They didn't win the money either. But the people that won the money stayed and sat, but they fled. Now, they didn't fled physically. They fled to a tiny little room inside of their mind. They went into a place that was peaceful and calm and away from the rigors of the world. They went into a place inside. I knew that they did it because there's a little face they did. And sometimes they would continue nodding and saying, totally, yeah. But their face went like this. Yeah, totally, yeah, no, totally, yeah. And those people were my people. Those people know that fleeing is the answer. Not fleeing the room, but fleeing the world. The conscious world. Now, is this mentally healthy? I don't know. But it's a way to do it. Now, if you think that that is wrong, what I would say to that is,